Welcome everybody to Therapists at Large. I appreciate everybody coming back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about a little bit about the history of my education and what led me into the profession. I am a licensed clinical social worker, and my journey started way back when I was 18 years old. I decided I wanted to help people. I started volunteering for a local food bank in the town I grew up in. It was kind of my first toe in the pool for the helping profession and social services. Just bagging up groceries, collecting canned foods, passing out food to people that had some food scarcity at the time, so through a local nonprofit. And I never stopped community service in that way. I ended up working at several food banks over the course of my adult life, clear up until graduate school, including meal delivery for various services that supported people that were homebound for whatever reason. And so I went to a couple community colleges. I took some psychology classes, and I remember sitting in community college in a 200 level psych class, and it clicked. And I said, I want to know more about human behavior, and I want to work with, in some capacity, in the psychological professions. I didn't quite know where my path was headed at that time. I left community college and moved to Eugene, in Southern Oregon, and I moved to Eugene, Oregon, and went to Lane Community College. At Lane, I pretty much wrapped up my general education. Lane Community College, wonderful school. And I transferred to University of Oregon. I found myself in the psychology department working on a bachelor's degree. I took their clinical psychology core track and graduated. All the time working still in social services. I was a care provider and worked supporting people with various challenges, and I knew I was hooked. Got out of college and still didn't know for sure what I wanted to do with the profession, and found myself ready to figure out what I wanted to do for graduate work. I knew I needed to go back to school to practice in the field. Did not know exactly the path. I made 2 graduate applications for 2 very different programs, and I got accepted to both. I got accepted to a master's in forensic science program, and I got accepted into a master of social work program. And I was faced with the dilemma of saying, what am I going to do with these career paths? And I ultimately, obviously, went into the MSW program. I went to San Francisco State University, and chose not to go down the forensic science road. I felt that would be leading me into a profession that was really uncertain for employment. I kind of felt like those jobs were reserved for seasoned law enforcement, and I probably would have made my way in some capacity, but I felt that going into social work, and ultimately wanted to go into clinical social work and practice, therapy was ultimately the goal that I found. So that was kind of my journey, and my employment over the years. I found myself working in various settings, including county mental health, in inpatient psychiatric hospitals of different natures, into addiction work, and I've worked with all ranges of ages from youth to elders. And I have found myself, after a stint in hospital administration in private practice, is kind of the sweet spot. It's where I appreciate the interactions I have the most. I think it's because people are motivated to be there. They are there voluntarily, on their own will, and really working hard to better themselves with not only therapy, but with a lot of different tools that are helping them have sustained recovery from either addiction or mental health issues. So that's kind of my path. I'll probably talk about it more. I just wanted to give everybody a quick update on that. And I put on my travel hat to go back in time today a little bit. So therapists at large, wishing you well wishes. Be your best self every day. And if you are liking this channel, please hit subscribe and a thumbs up on this video. And I'll be sure to bring as much content to you all as possible. Feel free to ask any questions. Again, I'm very much open to learning from you all and sharing my experience with you. Thanks. Have a great day.